Hello, and welcome to Hallo English. We're so glad you're joining us to practice your listening skills today.
It's great to be here.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Hallo English.
Hello, my friends, and thank you so much for joining us today because we are really happy you are here with us.
My name's Ryan, and I'm sitting here with a warm cup of coffee and a big smile today.
And I'm Emma, and honestly, I'm very excited for today's conversation because this topic is close to my heart.
Maybe you are listening while cooking dinner, driving home, walking outside, or simply relaxing in bed after a long day.
Wherever you are right now, we hope you can take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and enjoy this calm English conversation with us.
Yes, because this is your safe and comfortable place to practice English slowly and naturally without stress.
And please remember that you do not need perfect English here because step by step is completely okay.
Actually, small daily practice is more powerful than studying for many hours one time and then stopping for weeks.
That is so true, Ryan, because consistency is like watering a small plant every day, little by little.
Exactly. And over time, that small plant becomes something beautiful and strong.
So if you are listening right now, you are already doing something good for yourself and for your English.
And before we begin today's topic, we want to welcome all the new listeners who recently joined our little Hallo English family.
Yes, welcome everybody, and thank you for spending your time with us because time is very valuable.
If our conversations help you relax and improve your English little by little, please consider liking this episode and subscribing to Hallo English.
And you can also leave a comment later because we truly love reading your thoughts, your stories, and even your small daily experiences.
Sometimes people write comments from different countries around the world, and honestly, it feels amazing to see everyone learning together.
Yes, it feels like one big international coffee shop where everybody is practicing English slowly together.
I really love that image, Emma.
Me too. It feels warm and peaceful.
And today, we're talking about something very important, very powerful, and honestly, very life-changing.
Today's topic is why reading is so important.
Ah, yes, reading.
Books, magazines, stories, blogs, messages, subtitles, newspapers. Reading is everywhere in our daily life.
And sometimes people think reading is only for school or for smart people, but actually reading is for everyone.
Exactly, because reading is not only about studying or learning grammar rules.
Reading can help you relax, grow, imagine, communicate, and even understand yourself better.
And for English learners, reading can quietly improve your English every single day without feeling too difficult.
You know, Emma, when I was younger, I didn't really enjoy reading very much.
Really? That surprises me because now you talk about books all the time.
Yeah, I know. It's funny now, but when I was a teenager, I thought reading was boring and slow.
I think many people feel that way when they are young.
Exactly, because sometimes school makes reading feel like work instead of enjoyment.
That is such an important point because there is a huge difference between forced reading and enjoyable reading.
Yes, absolutely.
When somebody says, you must read this book for homework, it feels different from choosing a book you truly like.
Very different.
So, Ryan, what changed for you?
Honestly, one simple thing changed everything for me.
Oh, now I'm curious.
I stopped trying to read books that other people said were important, and I started reading topics that genuinely interested me.
Ah, that makes so much sense.
At first, I read books about travel and simple adventure stories because I loved imagining different places.
And slowly, reading became enjoyable instead of stressful.
Exactly.
I think many English learners make the same mistake because they choose books that are too difficult.
Yes, and then they feel tired after only one page.
Or they stop every 10 seconds to translate every single word.
And that can destroy the joy of reading.
Completely.
Actually, one of the best things you can do is read something slightly easy and enjoyable.
Yes, because understanding most of the text helps your brain relax and learn naturally.
Learning becomes smoother when your mind is calm.
That is true not only for reading, but for many things in life.
Very true.
You know, Ryan, reading has always been special for me because books helped me during difficult times in my life.
Really?
Yes, sometimes when I felt lonely, stressed, or confused, reading made me feel less alone.
That's beautiful.
Because stories remind us that other people also feel sadness, fear, hope, love, and uncertainty.
I think that's one reason books are powerful, because they connect human hearts together.
Exactly.
Even if a book was written many years ago in another country, you can still feel connected to the writer or the characters.
And sometimes one sentence in a book can stay in your heart for years.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Have you ever experienced that?
Many times.
Tell me one example.
Well, once I read a sentence that said, "Small progress is still progress."
Simple but powerful.
Very powerful for me at that time because I was frustrated with my work and my goals.
And reading those words gave you comfort.
Yes, it reminded me to be patient with myself.
That's another beautiful thing about reading because sometimes a book says exactly what we need to hear.
Almost like a quiet conversation with a wise friend.
I love that description.
And honestly, reading also improves something many people forget about.
What's that?
Focus.
Oh, wow, yes.
Today, many people spend hours scrolling on their phones and jumping quickly from one thing to another.
One short video, then another video, then another video.
Exactly. And our attention becomes shorter and shorter.
But reading trains a brain to slow down and stay with one idea longer.
Yes, reading teaches patience in a quiet way.
And patience is becoming rare these days.
Very rare.
Sometimes even I notice that my attention becomes weak after spending too much time online.
Same here. I pick up a book and after 2 pages, I suddenly want to check my phone.
Yes, it happens to many people.
But when I continue reading for a while, my mind slowly becomes calmer again.
Exactly, because reading creates a different mental rhythm.
A slower rhythm.
A healthier rhythm sometimes.
You know, Emma, I think many listeners may feel nervous about reading English books.
That's true.
Maybe they think my vocabulary is too small or I read too slowly.
But honestly, slow reading is completely okay.
More than okay. Actually, slow reading can be very helpful because your brain has time to notice sentence patterns and vocabulary naturally.
Yes, and there is no competition.
Exactly.
You do not need to finish a book quickly to be a good reader.
Sometimes reading only 5 pages calmly is much better than rushing through 50 pages.
I completely agree.
And another important thing is this: you do not need to understand every single word.
Oh yes, this is very important for English learners.
Because many learners stop immediately when they see one unknown word.
But native speakers also see unfamiliar words sometimes.
Absolutely.
And often you can understand the meaning from the situation or the sentence around it.
Exactly. Your brain is smarter than you think.
That's true. You know, Ryan, when I was younger, my grandmother loved reading every evening.
Really?
Yes, she had this small chair near the window, and every night she would sit there quietly with a book.
That sounds peaceful.
It really was.
Did she read novels?
Mostly novels and poetry.
Wow.
And as a child, I didn't fully understand why she loved reading so much.
But now you understand.
Yes, now I understand that reading gave her calmness, imagination, and quiet happiness.
That's beautiful.
Sometimes I think reading is like traveling without leaving your room.
I was about to say the same thing.
Really?
Yes, because books can take you anywhere.
To another country,
Another century,
another culture.
or even another world completely.
And through reading, we can experience lives very different from our own.
That helps us become more understanding and empathetic.
Exactly.
For example, if you read stories about people from different cultures, you begin to understand different ways of thinking.
And understanding other people is so important in today's world.
Very important.
Sometimes reading can even reduce judgment because we realize life is complicated for everyone.
Yes, books remind us that every person has struggles we cannot always see.
You know what I also love about reading?
What?
The feeling of finding a book at exactly the right moment in life.
Oh, yes.
It feels magical sometimes.
Like the book was waiting for you.
Exactly.
I remember reading a motivational book during a difficult period in my life, and honestly, it changed my mindset completely.
That's amazing.
Not because the book magically solved my problems, but because it gave me hope and clearer thinking.
And sometimes hope is exactly what people need.
Very true.
I think many listeners probably have one special book they remember deeply.
Maybe even a children's book.
Yes, because childhood stories stay in our hearts for a long time.
Actually, Emma, do you remember your favorite childhood book?
Oh yes, I definitely do.
Tell us.
I loved a story about a little girl who explored forests and talked to animals.
That sounds adorable.
It was very simple, but I read it again and again because it made me feel safe and curious.
I think rereading favorite books is comforting.
Very comforting.
Sometimes people feel embarrassed about rereading books, but honestly, I think it's wonderful.
Me too, because different parts of a book feel meaningful at different times in life.
Exactly.
A sentence that seemed small before can suddenly feel very important years later.
That's one of the magical things about reading, because books grow with us.
Beautifully said, Ryan.
Thank you.
And reading also improves writing naturally.
Oh, absolutely.
Because when you read often, your brain quietly learns sentence structure, vocabulary, and natural expressions,
Yes, it's almost like your brain collects patterns automatically.
without feeling like hard study.
Exactly.
That is why many strong writers are also strong readers.
Very true.
And for English learners, reading can improve speaking too.
Definitely.
Because when you read many natural English sentences, you slowly begin to feel natural English rhythm.
Yes, you start recognizing how real English flows.
And over time, speaking becomes easier because your brain has seen many examples already.
Exactly.
You know, Ryan, one thing I recommend to English learners is reading out loud sometimes.
Oh, yes, that's excellent practice.
Because reading out loud
Me too. And honestly, those quiet moments after reading can feel very peaceful and meaningful.
almost like your mind is slowly continuing the conversation with the book even after you close it.
That is such a beautiful way to describe it.
Thank you, Ryan.
You know, sometimes people ask me, what should I read if I want to start reading more?
Oh, yes, that is a very common question.
And honestly, my answer is usually very simple.
What do you say?
I say, read something you genuinely enjoy, even if it seems small or simple.
Exactly.
Because some people think reading only counts if it's a serious or difficult book.
But that idea can make reading feel stressful very quickly.
Yes, and stress usually kills curiosity.
I completely agree.
If someone loves cooking, they can read cooking blogs or simple recipes in English.
If somebody enjoys sports, they can read sports articles or player interviews.
And if somebody loves movies, they can read movie reviews or short entertainment news.
The important thing is building the habit of reading regularly.
Exactly, because consistency matters more than perfection.
And honestly, even 10 minutes of reading every day can create big changes over time.
Very true.
You know, I started a small reading habit during a very busy period in my life.
Really?
Yes, I felt overwhelmed with work, and I noticed that I spent too much time scrolling on my phone before bed,
Ah, yes, many people do that.
including me.
Same here sometimes.
So I made one small change.
What did you do?
Instead of checking social media at night, I started reading only 5 pages before sleeping.
Only 5 pages?
Yes, because I wanted the habit to feel easy and realistic.
That is actually very smart.
And slowly, those 5 pages became 10 pages, then 20 pages, and reading became a natural part of my evenings.
I love that, because it shows how small habits grow naturally.
Exactly.
People often try to change their entire life in one day, and then they become exhausted.
Yes, but small, sustainable habits are much stronger.
Very true.
And honestly, reading before bed can also improve sleep for many people.
Oh, yes.
Because reading calm books helps the brain slow down before sleeping.
Especially compared to bright screens and fast videos.
Exactly.
Of course, maybe not horror books late at night.
Oh yes, definitely not horror books for me.
Do scary books frighten you?
Ryan, I get scared very easily.
Really?
Absolutely.
That surprises me.
One time, I read a mystery novel before bed, and then every tiny sound in my apartment scared me.
That sounds both funny and stressful.
It was terrible.
Did you sleep well?
Not at all.
Poor Emma.
Thank you for your sympathy.
You're welcome.
Now, I usually choose calm or positive books at night because I want peaceful dreams.
That makes sense.
You know, another wonderful thing about reading is vocabulary growth.
Oh, absolutely.
And the best part is that vocabulary learned through reading often stays longer in your memory.
Yes, because you learn words naturally inside real situations and meaningful sentences.
Exactly.
Memorizing long vocabulary lists can feel dry and difficult.
But reading helps vocabulary feel alive.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
For example, if you read a story about travel, you naturally see words related to airports, hotels, tickets, weather, and directions.
And because the words appear inside a story, your brain connects them with emotions and situations.
That helps memory a lot.
Very much.
I think many English learners underestimate how powerful reading really is.
Yes, because reading quietly improves many skills at the same time.
Vocabulary,
Grammar,
spelling,
writing,
pronunciation if you read aloud.
even confidence.
Exactly.
And honestly, reading can also reduce stress.
Yes. Yes, I've heard studies about that.
Me too, and honestly, I understand why, because reading gives the mind a break from constant noise.
Especially in today's busy world.
Everything feels fast now.
Very fast.
Notifications, emails, videos, messages, advertisements. Sometimes the brain becomes tired without us noticing.
That's true.
But reading creates a quiet mental space.
A slower and calmer space.
Yes,
And sometimes sitting quietly with a book feels almost like meditation,
I completely understand that feeling.
especially on rainy days.
Oh yes, rainy days and books are a perfect combination.
And maybe a warm drink, too.
Absolutely necessary.
Coffee for me.
Tea for me.
Classic.
Very classic.
Listeners, what about you? Do you enjoy reading while drinking coffee, tea, or maybe hot chocolate?
Or maybe you enjoy reading outside in the park or near a window.
Take a moment and think about your perfect reading place. Maybe it's somewhere quiet and cozy.
Or maybe you enjoy reading in busy cafes with soft background noise.
Actually, I know people who love reading on trains and airplanes.
Me too.
There's something relaxing about reading while traveling.
Yes, because books and journeys fit together beautifully somehow.
That's true.
You know, Ryan, some people say they want to read more, but they always feel too busy.
Yes, I hear that often.
And honestly, modern life really can feel busy and exhausting.
Absolutely.
But sometimes we spend more time on our phones than we realize.
That's very true.
One short video becomes 30 minutes surprisingly fast.
Or even 1 hour.
Yes,
I think many people would be surprised if they tracked their screen time honestly.
definitely.
And I'm not saying phones are evil, because technology can also be useful and wonderful.
Of course.
But balance is important.
Very important.
Sometimes, replacing only 15 minutes of scrolling with 15 minutes of reading can make a big difference over time.
And honestly, those 15 minutes often feel more satisfying afterward.
Yes, because reading usually leaves the mind feeling fuller instead of emptier.
That is such an interesting way to explain it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, completely.
After too much meaningless scrolling, I sometimes feel mentally tired but strangely unsatisfied.
Same here, but after reading something thoughtful or inspiring, I often feel calmer and mentally refreshed.
I think many listeners understand that feeling too.
Probably.
You know, Ryan, another wonderful thing about reading is that imagination stays active.
Oh, yes.
When we read, our brain creates images, voices, emotions, and scenes naturally.
Exactly, because books invite us to participate actively, unlike movies where everything is already shown visually.
Right. Reading allows imagination to work freely.
And imagination is not only for children. Absolutely not.
Imagination helps creativity, problem solving, and even emotional understanding.
Very true.
Actually, many successful inventors, writers, and leaders were strong readers.
Because reading exposes the mind to many different ideas and perspectives.
Exactly.
You know, Ryan, I once heard somebody say, readers live many lives.
Wow, I love that.
Me too.
Because through books, we can experience adventures, emotions, and situations beyond our own daily life.
And that makes life richer somehow.
Yes,
Even simple stories can expand our world quietly.
very true.
Ryan, do you prefer physical books or digital books?
Honestly, I enjoy both for different reasons.
Same here.
I love physical books because holding a real book feels special and comforting.
And the smell of books is wonderful.
Yes, book lovers always talk about the smell of books.
Because it's true.
It really is.
Old bookstores have a very unique atmosphere too.
Oh yes, I love bookstores.
Me too.
Walking slowly through shelves and discovering random books feels exciting somehow.
Like treasure hunting.
Exactly.
But digital books are also convenient because you can carry many books on one small device.
And you can read while traveling very easily.
Yes.
Plus, digital dictionaries make reading easier for English learners sometimes,
That's a huge advantage.
especially for beginners.
Honestly, I think the best format is simply the one you actually enjoy using regularly.
I completely agree.
Because the goal is not to look intellectual.
Exactly. The goal is to read and enjoy learning. Very true.
You know, some people feel embarrassed reading simple books as adults.
Yes, but honestly, there is no shame in that at all.
Absolutely none.
Simple books can still be meaningful, emotional, and enjoyable.
And for English learners, simple books are often the smartest choice.
Exactly. Confidence grows faster when reading feels possible.
That's such an important point.
If every page feels impossible, people lose motivation quickly.
But when learners understand most of the text, they feel encouraged to continue.
And motivation grows naturally. You know what a great method is rereading books you already know in your own language.
Oh yes, that is excellent advice.
Because you already understand the story, so your brain can focus more on the English itself.
Exactly.
For example, many English learners read children's novels or famous stories they loved growing up.
And that familiarity reduces stress.
Very much.
Another helpful idea is reading while listening to the audiobook version.
Oh yes, that's powerful practice.
Because learners can connect pronunciation with written words naturally.
And listening while reading improves rhythm and fluency.
Exactly.
Actually, I used to do that when learning another language.
Really?
Yes, and honestly, it helped my pronunciation a lot.
That makes sense because your ears and eyes learn together.
Exactly. You know, reading also teaches patience with progress.
Very true.
Sometimes language learning feels slow.
Very slow sometimes.
But books remind us that understanding grows page by page, sentence by sentence, day by day.
And small progress eventually becomes big progress.
Exactly. That sentence still feels powerful every time we say it.
Because it's true.
You know, Emma, I think many listeners may be inspired to start reading more after today's conversation. I hope so.
But I also hope they remember that reading should feel enjoyable, not like pressure.
Absolutely.
No guilt,
No perfection.
just curiosity and consistency.
That sounds like wonderful advice for many parts of life, actually.
Honestly, yes.
Listeners, maybe after this episode you can choose one small thing to read today.
Maybe a short story.
Maybe a simple article.
Maybe a few pages of a book you already own.
And if English feels difficult sometimes, please do not give up.
Because every sentence you read is helping your brain grow little by little.
Even when progress feels slow.
Especially then.
And remember, language learning is not a race.
It is a long and beautiful journey.
And you are already moving forward simply by listening and practicing consistently.
We are honestly proud of you for continuing to learn English.
Very proud.
Because learning a language takes courage, patience, and dedication.
And not everybody understands how much effort that requires.
But we do.
Yes, we definitely do.
And we hope our conversations make your journey feel lighter and more enjoyable.
You're not learning alone.
You are